But are they using it to discourage the vote for Trump? Of course.
See, that's what I love, man. You're so honest, man. I love that. Activist Blue.
They call it Activist Blue.
As everyone else said, it's definitely propaganda. I mean, even, Kamala Harris, they try to bring her father and say, well, he's Irish Hindu. And the thing is, what people don't understand is, I ask people what made Barack Obama so special. And they say he was the first real black president. And I say, well, have you Googled who his mother was? I said, so if you actually look at our history, he was the 7th biracial president because Abraham Lincoln's mother was mulatto. So yeah. I tell people that we allow the propaganda to infiltrate everything, just like 2020. Biden won definitely because Roe versus Wade got leaked before they was releasing it, and they used that to push it down. We're going to take your rights. We're going to do this. So I think all media is propaganda, regardless if you're liberal, conservative, you watch The View. It's all propaganda because that's where the money comes from. When you look at how much Act Blue and Go Red, all the billions of dollars that they make, like Act Blue has already raised $7 billion this election cycle. Now, Elon Musk has already said that he calculated that he could end the hunger and homelessness in America for $7 billion. He would give that to the U.S. government. He said in exchange, all the U.S. government has to do is create a website and put where every dollar goes.
Okay, you getting into Agenda 47 now, all right?
No, that was I was saying what propaganda.
Yeah, it is propaganda. It is propaganda. Just like I'm going to interject too, just like this, making Kamala Harris, my opinion, making Kamala Harris, making Kamala Harris celebrity. This world is full of followers, and they love following celebrities. In my opinion, she is not capable or competent enough to be the president, but she may win because of the world are so much blindly followers. And she's brown skinned, and Beyonce likes her, and Meg Thee Stallion likes her. So everybody else is going to jump on board.
I know you smell a rebuttal now, dog.
I know. Yeah, I do. No, but that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. But did I get to you yet, Coach? Did I get to you yet?
Yeah, you did, but not my rebuttal.
Okay, well, go ahead. Stick your butt out there then.
Somebody, has everyone spoken on that? What part is false? I don't want to say.
Yeah, I did get everybody about that. The next.
So
I did get everybody agreed that it's some form of propaganda. Yeah.
So there's some things that were said I would like to speak to.
Okay.
Mixed race children are considered black. We know for centuries in this country there's a such thing as a one-drop rule, and as far as white people are concerned, if you got a drop in your ancestry, you're black. Absolutely. Now, in response to talking about Abraham Lincoln or whoever else, they didn't know that he was black back then. Now they did not look at him as being black. Okay. So, but Barack Obama, you can look at Barack Obama and he looks black. They can't escape that. Okay. So yes, now as far as Kamala Harris is concerned, you have a person that was a lawyer, a district attorney, a attorney general of the state, a senator on the Judiciary Committee, and you ought to watch her put some of those people to shame that she had to question about their shenanigans. She went after cartels and other criminals. She became vice president, and now she's running for president. She is definitely qualified. I think people don't want to allow her qualification because she's a woman and because she's black. Black people have to be DEI hires, they say. We're never qualified for anything, and I don't think we as black people should be feeding into that foolishness. The woman is qualified to run, but she wouldn't be there, and she served a lot in this country. You may not agree with her policy, but she's qualified.
Okay. Wait, okay. All right. Yeah, you got 1 minute. Both of y'all got 1 minute. You're too anxious, Blue, so I'm gonna let Keiana go. Go ahead, Keiana.
So with Kamala Harris, from a spiritual background for me, I just believe that if she was to be voted in, she does have the qualifications to be the president, but the way that she is being brought to the forefront, I just believe it's not going to be the best for everyone in the United States. The policies and agendas and things like that, they're just now coming out. She hasn't really spoken openly about everything that she's wanting to do, but from what I'm knowing and what I've seen, she's pushing the LGBT, the alphabet community, and she's pushing confusion, honestly, in a whole. And this generation is a confused generation and a confused people that have chosen not to educate themselves. So the word says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So we are destroyed because we do not have the knowledge. So understanding her political background, the things that she's done in the community, grand. I commend her on that. Thank you for your service to this United States. But when it comes to what she's going to do for the people, I don't stand with her on that. I just cannot.
Since I use my rebuttal, I'm glad we got a segment on LGBTQ. But go ahead.
Okay. Now, before I'm gonna let I see Blue swelling, so I'm gonna give him a little bit more time to cool off. A little bit more time to cool off. Okay. Now I want to say this. I'm gonna wait till we get to the next question. Go ahead, Blue.
Well, mine is in reference to 2 points made. One was the DEI, and the other one is her qualifications. I think when people mention DEI, if you're being hired, if I post a job position and that job position says black man or black woman, it's not based off my skill, my work. When Joe Biden picked the VP, he slipped up. I think it was an accident and say, I'm going to get a black woman. That is when people are saying it became DEI because it didn't matter who was elected. They just knew it was going to be a black woman. And just like my son, he's an executive at his company. When George Floyd happened, guess what? He was the only black man there, and he got promoted because they even told him, you're the face and stuff. They didn't come out and say because you're black, but I told him to use it for your example, to reach back into your community, back to A&T. And now there's 27 black people from A&T that he has brought into his company. So DEI, Kamala was chosen first because she was black. So because that's what the President Biden said when he said he was going to pick a VP. He didn't say the best qualified candidate. He said a black woman. So the second thing is about when we talk about her qualifications. A lot of people say, I see comedians and actors and actresses say, well, her job is to be the VP and just wait. Well, presiding over the Senate is a job. Presiding over Congress during foreign delegate addressing is a job. Advising the president, leading special initiatives like the southern border, public engagement and advocacy, what she's doing with the LGBT community.
Okay. Hold on. Not to cut you off, but some of these rebuttals are just showing our
cutting you off anyway.
I'm cutting you off because we are totally off. We are totally off the question. You know I love you. And we're getting to that, okay? Next question. All right. Don't forget we got episode 3 is about Kamala. So we got plenty of time to chew her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Kamala.
And we got Kamala, however you want to say it.
Kamala.
Whoever makes it holler. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Trump on 4. We got plenty of time to chew Trump's ass on episode 4. So look, the next question is, what are your views of Project 2025 immigration proposal? And Mr. James.
Well, the immigration it's like that's really something that gets under my skin. I can't even lie, because if you look at, it's like how people become citizens of this country. Anybody that is born in this country automatically becomes a citizen. If your mother and father are citizens outside of the country, and you're not born on embassy grounds, etc., you cannot become president. I think that's highly unfair. The framers of the quote unquote Constitution said it is a living, breathing organism that must be evaluated from time to time. I think that's one of the things that has to be evaluated, because back in 1776 and previous, they said that the country was empty. So anybody that came over here became a citizen. Well, this country is not empty anymore. I got news for you. My parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, et cetera, on down the line, built this damn place. And I have been unprivileged all my life. I'm tired of that. That has to be dealt with. Now, the way they want to deal with it is one thing. The way I want to deal with it is through a fairness thing. They're just afraid that they're going to lose their power. That's a whole different animal. Because when Reagan did immigration reform, he said, this is it. This is how you're going to do it. We're going to give them a path to citizenship, and then that's it. You got to come in legal. That was in the 80s, and we're still dealing with this nonsense. I yield my time, because I could go on.
Yeah. It is very deep, because what I can't comprehend is 10 million immigrants in a time span of 3.5 years. But you were in charge. You're so-called the border czar. And you were in charge of the border. First of all, you never even went to see whether it was secured or not. Now, you talking about giving each one of them, what is it, $5,000 each check, food stamps, housing, and welfare, and you got people here already homeless and can't do nothing? I don't agree with that. Okay, Coach, what are your thoughts on the immigration proposal?
Well, Trump says that on day one, he's going to get rid of everybody that's not legal in this country. And a lot of Project 2025 triggers that kind of thought. For instance, triggering automatic suspension of application intakes for legal immigration, things like that. This country is a nation of immigrants. Is the backbone of this country was built off of immigration. If you pull all of the illegal, and illegal don't mean criminal. It just means you're not legally documented. Okay.
Correct.
But if you pull all of the illegal immigrants, quote unquote illegal immigrants, out of this country, there's a lot that would collapse in this country. Trump is not a thinker to me because of that. He doesn't take those types of things into account. He doesn't take into account things like how he wants to do tariffs on certain goods. He's not strategic with it. But that being said, I think that the Project 2025 immigration policy is dangerous and reckless, and will hurt our country. It will hurt our farmers. It will hurt a lot of our industry that relies on labor that, quite frankly, a lot of people in this country will not do, and that includes the people having black jobs, as Trump says. You know, everybody's not going to do those jobs. And they're willing to do it because they're coming from nothing. Most people in this country nothing. They're coming from nothing, trying to make something, and they're willing to do a lot of labor that a lot of people in this country just won't do. So
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, us black folks, we're not going out there in the hot sun and picking them oranges and all that stuff like that, and cutting up the pig and using every piece of the pig. We're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things we're just not gonna do.
I have to give Keiana and Sam, of course, that chance. But that's what y'all are saying is absolutely nonsense.
Okay, hold on, Mr. James.
Yeah, okay.
I want to say now, I do agree with moving forward to build that wall, make security tighter from here on out. If your ass got away and you got here and you're not a criminal, I say give them all another evaluation. If they don't fit the bill and they not doing what they supposed to do or whatever, send their ass back. But if they've been here and they've been, hold on, can I finish? Let them abide, and they abiding by the laws and they've been doing right, leave them alone. But them other ones, send their ass back. And going forward, don't let the other ones in without going through the proper channels. Now, who hasn't had a chance to speak on?
That's correct. I agree with that.
You agree with that?
I agree.
Who hasn't had a chance? Who hasn't had a chance to speak on immigration? Mr. Blue.
The one thing, as far as what I read in Project 2025, it was basically the first sentence is complete the wall. Now, if the U.S., if we can give Israel $512 million to build a wall, if we can reinforce the DMZ between North and South Korea, give them $1 billion. If we can pay for all these other countries to build walls, and let's rewind. Obama wanted to build a wall. Bill Clinton wanted to build a wall, but they couldn't get the funding from Congress. Now, all Trump did was revise the North American Trade Agreement, and he reallocated funds to do the wall. So in Project 2025, what I read as far as that, the first thing is just to in bold letters, complete the wall. And then just have a screening process. Because remember, without a screening process, that's how 9/11 happened. There were over 30 illegal, undocumented people that were still in air outfits for the airport, all those things, and even scan cards. So I think I agree with that part of of securing our country. If we pay for other countries to be secure.
Okay. Keiana?
So I agree with you both, and I was very excited to hear what you had to say, Mr. Blue, and you as well. So for me, I remember seeing a article about how in New York, the hotels were being dedicated to those that were able to come over to the United States. They were giving them allowances, taking care of them, and they literally had hotels to themselves, and they had transportation, just living the dream. With the wall, I definitely do believe in tighter security. Those that are currently here, they did the Indians, they made them go on the Trail of Tears. So at this point, we need to go ahead and secure those jobs back for the U.S. citizens. Homelessness is at an all-time high. So, the citizens that are here, those jobs are essentially being taken from them, from those who are immigrating over here. It's taking away opportunities, along with Elon Musk currently pushing his workers to work 12-hour shifts for 7 days a week. He's pushing an agenda for AI. So that's already going to eliminate jobs right there as well. So it's just two ways that we're being.
You bad. You bad, girl. That's why I picked you to get on this show. You bad, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Well, I like to know what's going on and what what's going on around me, because if I don't know what's going on, I don't know how to prepare. I don't know how to adjust and be ready. And I like to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. So, with that, it's very disheartening. But I think, yes, they should, be transported back. And those who have secured the American dream, allow them to have a visa, but track them. Everyone needs to be tracked, because there's family members that can have some pretty bad background that's coming in off of the fact that they have a visa. It's just different things that they should put in place to make it a lot stricter for people to just come to the United States.
Okay, Coach. I'm gonna let you rebut because I see the steam coming.
There's a lot of rebuttal coming, buddy.
Well, wait a minute. He said some stuff. I got to rebut what he said.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
You gotta let Hawthorne James take pause.
Go ahead, Hawthorne. Go ahead, James. Go ahead, Mr. James.
It's just this is one of them things that sticks under my craw. I remember Anthony Bourdain because I watched that show all the time. He was talking about Florida and how you can't get a job in Florida unless you speak Spanish. And he laughed about it. I find no humor in that whatsoever. As a child, I remember growing up, black men were able to send their kids to school, send their kids to college, had a house, and in some cases had a second house, all by being a janitor. Cut to L.A. 25 years ago, what happened was all those black janitors were being fired and all the Latinos were being hired. Now, they came over here and realized after about 20 years they were being exploited. So what they did, they struck in LA. They were marching down the street, not a black face to be found. Not a black face to be found. It was all Latinos because they were pissed off they weren't being paid. Well, you came over here and took those jobs from black men who were the middle class who funded Martin Luther King. The black middle class funded King and all of those people. Now, as a child, I grew up, I was born and raised in Chicago, but my last 2 years of high school, we moved to Michigan. I worked on those farms. All my friends worked on those farms. There was not a person that didn't speak English around. All those apples got picked. All those pigs got butchered. All the chickens. I worked on chicken farms, pig farms, all of that. I threw hay. That was a job. So don't tell me that black folks or anybody else that's already here won't do those jobs. They won't do those jobs now because of the fact that you're not paying them. If you were paying them,
right, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Had by these people in this country.